If you want to find out whether you're truly on his mind, even if he doesn't show it to you, then do this short exercise now. You only need 30 seconds to feel it. You might be used to looking for external signs like viewed stories or messages, but that often only leads to waiting and uncertainty. True confirmation comes from within, from your own energy and the way you direct it. Carl Jung showed over the years that a thought, combined with the right emotion, changes the chemistry in the brain and triggers unconscious reactions in the other person. When you apply the 33-second routine, you'll notice that something changes in him and in you without you having to chase him. In this video, I'll show you a 10-second mental preparation that aligns your frequency with his, a synesthetic visualization that activates his limbic system so that he spontaneously thinks of you, and an energetic closure that seals the connection with visible results within 48 hours. Don't believe me, believe the dozens of women in this community who are already using this technique and receiving unexpected messages, calls, or gestures. You will be the next. Stay until the end, because I will guide you step by step through the process and share the most common mistake that prevents success in 90% of cases. If you're ready to reclaim your feminine power and finally feel the certainty that he's thinking of you, without begging, without guessing, then take a deep breath, because your proof starts now. If someone suddenly appears in your thoughts without you planning it, that's no coincidence. But if you keep appearing in another person's thoughts without saying or doing anything, that is a real energetic connection, and that's exactly what we're working on here. Before I show you the 33-second technique, you need to understand why it works and why it hasn't worked so far. Because yes, you may have already tried to connect with him. You have thought about him intensely, visualized, meditated, spoken affirmations. But why was there no reaction? Why didn't you receive a sign? The answer lies in your vibration at that moment. From what inner state did you send it? Most women make a mistake here. They act out of lack, out of fear or doubt. An energetic response cannot be activated when your field is focused on absence. When you desperately wish for something, you're telling the universe, I don't have it. And that is exactly what gets amplified. What we're doing in this process is fundamentally different. Carl Jung speaks about a central principle of deep psychological manifestation. It is not the external that controls your thoughts. Your elevated thoughts create a new reality. Neville Goddard adds, you do not manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. This means if you fully enter the state of I am already on his mind, and your body feels it as physical reality, then that message is transmitted. Your electromagnetic field changes, as does your biochemistry, and this creates an echo, a resonance that the other person feels, even if he doesn't know why. He doesn't have to believe in it, he just has to be human. But this does not work in theory. It only works if your body experiences it as if it has already happened. That is why this video is not about just listening, but about feeling and applying it. We activate 3 central centers in you: the conscious mind, where we set the focus with clear intention; the heart, your emotional center that amplifies the signal; and the physical body, which stores the energy as if it is already reality. When these 3 points are aligned, such strong coherence arises that your projection is no longer a wishful thought, but a clear signal. This is not magic. This is applied biology, energy, and consciousness. Before we begin the practical exercise, you need to ask yourself a very honest question. Are you ready to let go of the fear of whether he is thinking of you, to find out that he actually is? Because this process does not work through control. It is activated through trust, through an inner knowing that does not need confirmation because you already feel it. And that is exactly where the shift happens. Often, when a woman feels insecure, She needs someone to think of her in order to feel chosen. But this process works exactly the opposite way. When you choose yourself, your vibration becomes magnetic. And then he starts thinking of you, without knowing why. He doesn't have to believe in it. He doesn't have to be open. He just has to be human. And again, this doesn't work theoretically. It only works if your body experiences it as reality. That's why this video is not meant for mere listening, but for feeling and action. We will activate 3 important centers within you: the conscious mind, where you set your clear intention; the heart, which is your emotional center and amplifies the signal; and the body, which stores this energy as if it is real. When these 3 points are aligned, your desire becomes a message. This is not esotericism, but science. Before I show you the 33-second exercise, you need to prepare the channel through which this connection will flow. Because if you do the technique without inner preparation, your field is weak, scattered, burdened by conflicting thoughts. What we want to achieve here is complete coherence between what you think, feel, and send out. There is no person in the world who has not, at some point, felt the thought of another, not because someone told them, but because they felt it in their body. A pressure in the chest, a feeling that appears without explanation, a desire that is activated without direct stimulation. That is the signal, and you can create it. Carl Jung explains it like this: when you create an inner image loaded with elevated emotion, you communicate with the collective unconscious. You send out a psychic signal and synchronously attract the alignment that matches that signal. First step: calm your conscious mind. Find a place where you can be alone for at least a few minutes. It doesn't have to be completely silent, but it should allow you to disconnect from external noise. If possible, do this in the evening or morning when the energetic field is clearest. Close your eyes and direct your attention to your breath. You don't need to do formal meditation. Just observe the air as it flows in and out. Don't try to stop your thoughts. Just let them pass by like clouds. This step is fundamental because if your conscious mind is overactive, it won't allow the energetic signal to pass. Remember, we won't think much, we will feel deeply. Do this for at least a minute before continuing. Second step: connect to the desire without fear. Now think of him not as someone you're missing, not as someone who has distanced himself. Think of this person from the present, as if he is already with you, thinking of you, feeling you. Imagine, even if only for a few seconds, that right now he is remembering a scene with you. Don't imagine it like a movie, but from your body. What would you feel if you knew that at this very moment, for no logical reason, he pauses what he is doing and thinks of you? Breathe that in. Don't ask yourself if it is true or not, just breathe as if it is true. This breathing, charged with emotion, is the beginning of the chemical change you need. Remember, the body doesn't differentiate between what you vividly imagine and what is actually happening. That is why this step is so powerful, because it begins to produce the same hormonal, energetic, and emotional effect as if he were really thinking of you. Third step: prepare the physical anchor signal. Here you will choose a simple gesture that you will use in the main exercise. It can be touching the center of your chest with your right hand, folding your hands, or bringing your fingers to the center of your forehead. The gesture is important because it will be your physical anchor. Every time you do it during the 33 seconds of the exercise, your body will connect it with the signal you are activating. This is simple neuro-linguistic programming applied to emotional manifestation, and you will use it so that your vibration quickly returns to this connection point when repeating it. Do it now while breathing. Do it without expectations, only with presence. If you can, look at yourself in the mirror while doing it, not to judge yourself, but to recognize who you are when you are in your power. Do it for a few seconds and store the feeling. The 33-second exercise that activates the connection. We have reached the decisive moment. Until now, you have prepared your mind, your body, and your energy. You have understood that you don't need to beg or chase someone, nor wait for someone to confirm what you can already feel. What you are going to do now is activate an emotional signal so coherent and strong that it transfers to this person without you needing to do anything else. Conditions of the exercise. And this exercise is not complicated, but it has one non-negotiable condition. During these 33 seconds, you must be fully present, without distraction, without fear, without doubt. Only you, your intention, and the gesture you have chosen. Prepare this gesture. It can be touching the center of your chest with your right hand, folding your hands, or gently stroking the center of your forehead. Choose what you previously decided and keep it present. This will be your switch, the signal your body will use to store this emotional experience and transform it into an active vibration. Final preparation. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, hold for a few seconds, exhale through your mouth. Do this 2 more times. Feel your mind calming down, your body becoming more receptive. Now we begin. First phase, the exact moment he thinks of you. With your eyes closed, visualize this scene. He is at home or at work or in an everyday place. Suddenly, for no apparent reason, an image of you appears in his mind. It is not something he seeks, not something he decides, but there you are, in his memory, in his energy. And at that moment he pauses. He doesn't know why, but you appear. Maybe he remembers your voice, maybe he smells your scent, maybe he doesn't say anything but he feels it, and this happens because you are activating the signal right now. While holding this image, do your gesture. Do it gently, do it with intention. This gesture is the anchor of what you are projecting. Now, while doing it, don't imagine, feel in your body what it feels like to know that someone is thinking of you. How does your chest breathe? How are your shoulders positioned? How does your skin vibrate? Let your body become the channel of this certainty. Second phase, the elevated emotion. Here comes the secret. For this image to imprint in your energetic field, you need to connect it with an elevated emotion, not fear, not dependency, but self-love, gratitude, peace, certainty. Say to yourself quietly or aloud, I am being thought of, I am being remembered, I am in his mind without demanding it, and I know it because I feel it. Feel how this sentence is not a wish, but a fact. Stay in this state for a short time, breathe, do the gesture, feel. You can count backwards internally if you want, or just remain present. Your body will know it. Your field will send it. Your subconscious will store it. Third phase, the energetic closure. Now gently let go of the image, not with sadness, but with gratitude, like someone ending a phone call knowing they were heard. Take one final breath, release the gesture and say this closing sentence. May my signal be projected where it is meant to be received. May the response come without me seeking it. I am open to the sign. I am ready for the mirror. Open your eyes. In this moment, the energy is activated. Don't ask yourself when it will arrive. Don't expect it as if something is missing from you. Just remain receptive. The signs will come. In the next hours, pay attention to an unexpected message or reaction, a vivid dream with this person, a coincidence mentioning him, a strong feeling without explanation. That will be your confirmation, not because he tells you, but because you activated it from within. You have done something many women do not dare to do. Instead of chasing someone's attention, you have claimed your inner power to feel thought of, desired, and remembered from within. This is only the beginning. You can repeat this exercise whenever you want to reconnect, but not out of lack, rather out of awareness. And remember, you didn't do this so that he loves you. You did it because you already love yourself. And when a woman lives from this vibration, he feels it. You did it, you activated your field, created the signal, your body experienced it, your mind held it, and your energy projected it. But now comes one of the most important parts, how you behave after the exercise so that the result can arrive without blockages. Most people fall into fear after a practice like this. And now? When will he write to me? Did it really work? These kinds of questions, as natural as they are, interrupt the vibration you just created. It's like planting a seed and digging it up a few minutes later to see if it has grown. The first conscious action, silence. It is normal that after an intense exercise like this, there comes a feeling of relief, followed by an inner voice that starts asking, and now? When will something happen? What if it didn't work? This voice, as harmless as it may seem, is destructive to the frequency you have just built. Not because you have to be positive all the time, but because this mental vibration brings you back into lack, into it's not here yet, into maybe it won't come. That's why the first conscious act after the exercise is the decision for silence. Don't explain what you did. Don't analyze it. Don't share it. Keep it within you, like a seed left in the soil. Silence, too, is a form of magnetism. Here you have 3 simple tools you can use in the coming hours and days. They don't replace the exercise and they aren't a repetition, but they keep it alive effortlessly. First, the refuge gesture. Anchor without an image. Use the same gesture you activated during the exercise, for example, touching your chest, the center of your forehead, etc. Do it at random moments of the day without visualizing anything, without thinking of him, simply as a physical reminder that you are already connected. This gesture does not activate the energy, it confirms it. Do it whenever you feel your mind is becoming scattered. Second, the neutral thought. It has already been sent. Instead of repeating affirmations like, "He is thinking of me," which the body sometimes rejects if they don't feel true, use this sentence. The signal has already been sent. Now the energy takes over. This way of thinking is neutral, calm, not anxious. It keeps the channel open without forcing it. Third, opening breath, 30 seconds. Once a day, place your hand on the center of your chest and take 3 conscious breaths, just as you did before the exercise. Ask for nothing, feel no lack. Simply open space in your body for whatever may come. It's a way of saying, I am available without urgency. What should you not do in this phase? Just as important as what you do is what you consciously avoid doing. Here are 3 common mistakes that block the energetic connection. First, repeating the exercise compulsively. You don't need to do it multiple times a day. That creates emotional saturation and shows mistrust. Do it only if your body clearly asks for it, not as a method of control. Second, constantly looking for proof. Watching every story, every post, waiting every minute of the day for a reaction opens the door to frustration. That is not receptivity, that is emotional surveillance. Remember, what comes when you are distracted but at peace. Third, telling someone what you did. It may seem harmless, but often the energy becomes diluted if it is shared before it can settle. This work is intimate. Your vibration carries it more than your words. Hold the frequency like a woman who already knows. That is the true shift. It's not about repeating something to get a result. It's about behaving as if you already have it. That doesn't mean acting or pretending. It means that something in you vibrates differently when you walk, when you dress, when you think. You're not waiting for signs. You are ready to receive them. You're not seeking attention. You radiate presence. You're not doubting. You're remembering. And do what you need to do in your daily life without obsession, without changing your routine. And if the thought of him comes up at any point, simply smile and say quietly, "Of course, because he is thinking of me too," and continue, like someone who already knows, like someone who has already activated it. Now you know. You no longer need to chase external signs when the true change has already happened within you. The connection you activated does not depend on his reaction, not on a message, not on a visible gesture. It depends on your ability to remain in this silent, powerful, and calm certainty. Because when a woman remembers her power, her energy becomes irresistible. Not because of what she says or does, but because what she radiates touches the other, without him being able to explain it. If you are here today, it is not a coincidence. It is because a part of you is already ready to feel this again. The calm after desire, the clarity after doubt, the quiet fire of knowing that you are being thought of without having to demand it. Let it go, but not out of resignation. Let it go with absolute trust that the vibration is already doing its work. You do not control it. You inspire it. You move it from silence. Thank you for coming this far. Thank you for choosing yourself. And if you feel that someone else should remember this power, then share it, not as a promise, but as a homecoming. I'll see you in the next process. In the meantime, hold yourself, breathe, and remember, he is thinking of you too.